Okay. So guys, I promised every Monday, this month that, well, for this month, and then I don't know. I mean, I guess it's going to depend on what everybody else wants. I know that we have, a Wednesday team Zoom with Lisa, and we always hear inspiring stories. But I really wanted us to have some kind of teaching tool. And I know that we do stuff and we make posts every day on pace setters, and, you guys all have different leaders that do things so differently, whether it's a chat, whether you're on another 200K page that really gives you lots of tips or whatever. But for me, something I found that was missing for me in my business was that I love to share the things that I have learned over the years. And I've been doing this for about 5.5 years. And I feel like learning those daily actions and being able to share those experiences. And I'm going to be very, very honest and tell you guys that, this weekend was kind of one of those weekends where I needed to refuel, and you are going to have those times where you are just getting hit left and right with negativity, or your mindset is off, and you just really need to take a step back and you need to refuel yourself. And you need, like, I ordered a new personal development book. I also ordered myself a new planner, which actually came today. It's not any specific brand or anything like that, but it has a very important message on it. And it says, always believe in yourself, right? And it's part of tonight's Zoom. So here's the deal. You guys know I posted the other day on Pace Setters about getting yourself organized, whether like with follow-up and so forth. You ever see those people that when there's a special or promotion and we make a post and say, Dustin, I bought the book because I've seen so many people, this is like how word of mouth is, I've seen so many people raving about it. Girl, wash your face. So I went ahead and I ordered it, and I can't wait for it to come. I personally like the paper, like the actual physical book. I found that if I get the one online, and I did get the sample of it online. I did get a free sample. You can get a free sample of it. I do find, for me anyways, that I like to be able to just pick up the book and I like to highlight. I'm like old school, and I like to do that. But here's the thing. And Dustin, even though it's written by a woman and it's coming from a perspective, I think a man should read that as well. I think it could say, boy, wash your face, all right? Because it's really about the message that the book sends, and about the way that we see ourselves sometimes, and different things like that. So when you hit a block, this is a very important thing for every day. Okay. This is a important thing for every day. And I'm going to be honest with you guys, when you start having a team and you start growing that team, you multiply the amount of sometimes the energy that you're giving out. Okay. And you need to refill yourself. Period. End of story. Like, you need to do it every day. I got out of the habit of jumping up in the morning and the first thing I was listening to, I always listen to Les Brown. I love Les Brown, but I used to get up every single day, and the first thing I would do was go onto YouTube, and some of you guys will pick up a book first thing in the morning. Some of you guys will pick up a gratitude journal first thing in the morning. For me, I like to hear that energy. I like to hear it. Okay. So I love Les Brown, but even if you just typed into YouTube, and this is a free thing, guys, you don't have to pay for this. Just jump online, type into YouTube, inspirational speech, motivational speech, whatever you want. Find somebody there that you want to listen to, or you can just go down the playlist. Okay. But what happens is I have an attention span of like this big. Okay. It's real tiny. So I need something that's going to be powerful and impactful, and just hits me in the gut and makes me want to get up and move, and makes me say, like, I can do this and quit bullshitting yourself basically that you can't, right? So anyways, this week, I had some time, and you guys, we all get busy with life, but we're always, I had an event scheduled for my daughter yesterday, and I accidentally double booked that time for also my grandma had a cookout, and my grandma only lives a few hours away, but I hadn't seen her in almost 5 years. My grandma's 85, guys. Like, she's the last grandma I have. And I hadn't seen her because of my dad getting sick, and then I was working. My husband was working, my schedule, her schedule, all of the above. And we get busy. And I'm going to be honest with you, when you take that time and you go down memory lane and you remember where you came from and you make that time for your family. And, I didn't make the excuse that I couldn't go. We went, and then I drove another hour plus in the other direction to go to my grandma or to my event that my daughter had last night. And then I just stayed in a hotel because I knew we were going to be exhausted, and then drove home this morning only to drive back in the same direction as soon as I got home because her phone was shattered and we had to get it fixed. So anyhow, but through all of that, something happened. My cup that felt like it was empty was filled, and it was filled because I got to spend time with my family, and I got to remember my why, and I got to remember all of the things that I want to accomplish, but also I saw and received some messages from people of things that they got. And one of the messages was something that, and I might cry, because she's on here and I told her she's not allowed to tell anybody. But one of the messages that I got was something that somebody on our team received that I prayed for before I ever came into this business, when I was my last business. And, guys, I wish and I pray that all of you all will realize what you have your hands on. I hope that you guys will know that it's not going to happen overnight. Some people it's going to happen quicker for. And I want you to realize that we do have people on this team who have never done network marketing, and that have hit the top of this company in record time. But also people that are on their way that have never done this industry, that are on their way to the top because they are plugging in and they're on this Zoom and they're learning, and every single day they're picking up little pieces that are going to help them. And here's the thing, those little pieces, guys, they're not always good pieces. Okay. Sometimes they're really crappy pieces. Sometimes they are people messaging them, and maybe they're dealing with a lot of negativity, or maybe it's just life or family or team or whatever it might be. You're going to come up against obstacles, and you have to learn how to overcome those. And then when you do, even though they might suck during the time, when you learn to overcome them, you're going to find that you're going to be able to help your team through those types of things that you've already experienced. Okay. So anyways, so I ordered this planner, even though I've got like 100 planners. I think it's super crucial for you to work effectively by finding something that works for you. Okay. Get a piece of paper, write down these tasks. Okay. Get a calendar, write down these tasks, upload an app. Okay. I used to use the We Do app, and it's on iPhone. I don't know if it's on Android, but I'm sure they have some kind of task oriented type of app. Okay. And I would make sure I did all these certain things every day. Now, last week we talked about expanding your network. Okay. And the reason why I said a calendar is because when you meet new people and you have new contacts, you can put them in here. You can put them in a spreadsheet. You can write them in a notebook. You can put them on little note cards. You can, however you want, okay? But you got to make sure you follow up with them. And by doing daily action steps and including that follow-up in them, then you don't have to message 100 people at a time. Okay. You can message 5 here and there. And, you know, Amanda Campos just did a great video on her page where she was just giving tips, guys. And it's so true. When you sign a customer up, your follow-up with that customer once they order should be no different than your follow-up, truly, guys, if they didn't order. It's to see how they're feeling, if what they're liking, what their budget is, what their experiences are. Don't be afraid to build those relationships, because just like I recommended, girl, wash your face on the Zoom, okay, your friends are going to feel awesome and recommend Thrive, okay, to their friends. And that's how they're going to end up thriving for free. And they're going to recommend that if they're feeling their best, which is what your job is to make sure that they're feeling their best, and so forth, right? So I am going to, yes, we do. Is it on Android? It's awesome. I do have it still on my phone, I believe, but I don't use it anymore. But some of the tasks that I used to have, hold on a second, I'm going to pull it up. So it looks like a little wolf thingy or something. But anyways, so, oh, it's making me try to update. So some of the things I used to post, or that I used to put on my We Do thing, was send out mini experiences. Like, and I know, like, you're not going to send out a mini experience every single day, but if you're intentional with at least making a post about it, or at least talking about it, offering it, and you don't have to do this every day, guys. You can put this as a weekly goal that you send out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, whatever. Okay. You can do whatever you want, but if you put it down, you're more likely to do it. Adding friends, whatever number you feel comfortable with. If you want to add 2 new friends a day, that's great. If you want to add 5 new friends a day, that's great. If you want to add 10 new friends, whatever you feel is doable, that's what you need to put on your daily list. Okay. This is called income producing activities, because, and yes, they might not equal immediate income, but they are actions that are going to lead to eventually sales. Okay. So post, oh, okay. So I do have some Instagram things on here, and I don't really work my Instagram the same way that I used to, but I will share what I have on this at least. Follow 200 people on Instagram. Okay. I wanted to make sure I at least got 200. Maybe I did 50 now. Maybe I did 25 now, 25 later, 25, 25, whatever. Okay. But do something that you absolutely can stick with and do on a daily basis. If you work full time, maybe on the days that you work, you have a little bit less on your plate. On the days that you're off, you want to add, like maybe you want to do double on the days that you're off because of your work schedule or whatever. Get on a team call, Zoom, or an event. So here's the thing. Do we have a team call every single day? No, but we always have recordings. And guys, I really think it's important for you to understand how to search the team page and type in at the top of the page Zoom, type in at the top of the page recording, type in at the top of the page just whatever it is that you're searching for. Maybe you need help with follow-up and you just type in follow-up. Like, those things are going to pop up to the top of the screen. And even if you've heard it a million times, like, you're always going to pick something different. When you read a book, like, I cannot even tell you how many times I have gone through the book Go Pro, or the first year of network marketing was the very first network marketing book I read, and I can't tell you how many times I've opened that up. Crushing It, different books for different reasons. Leaders Eat Last. For those of you guys that are starting to grow a team 4K and up, I think Leaders Eat Last is a very excellent book to read, for the simple fact that you need to have the understanding that it's not just about you, and that it literally is about your team. And if you continue growing your business that way and always stay focused on your team, then you will have a very successful business as time passes. Wishing your friends happy birthday. So this is one I fall short on a lot, and I want to blame Facebook, but really I can't blame Facebook. It used to be like right in my messenger, and I was really awesome about it. when it was in my messenger, and it would just pop up and say, oh, so-and-so has birthdays today. And I'd go through and I'd message all of those people, right? But now it's a little bit trickier and you got to go and, got to search for it or whatever. But if you tell people happy birthday, guys, I can promise you that it means a lot more to them. Wait, what was the leader book? Leaders Eat Last. Hold on, I'll show you what it looks like. Oh. Oh, it's not on that version. Hold on a second. I gotta find where it's at on my phone. It might be in I haven't read it for a while. I have the paperback version of it as well. But hold on, I'll pull it up on Amazon so you know what it looks like. It looks like this. You see that? Leaders Eat Last. So it's a really, it's why some teams pull together. I mean, honestly, like it's when you're working in collaboration and you're working together and so forth. So I don't want to get into a whole bunch of that. Oh, I put my phone down and close that app. Anyways, those tasks, I'm reading them and I'm like, I don't really like them. So I'm going to go right to Pacesetter's page, okay? And in the file section on Pacesetters, there's different types of stuff that I've picked up over time. Like Maria did a calendar challenge. You guys will notice every morning at like, say, 7 o'clock, you see a thing, just a simple thing that pops up that I post. And I don't really post that. I have it scheduled. And what it is literally just action steps. And you probably are like, I do way more than that. That's great. But here's the thing is that there's somebody out there that's not doing anything. And that is who that's really for, more so is for them just to say, oh yeah, I should do this today for my business. So I'm going to pull up IPA. So I just searched IPA in our group and I want to talk about it. Oh, I didn't search it in the group. I searched it on, you guys love me, don't you? I searched it on here. Okay. So, oh crap. Messenger being your highest. I'm trying to find the post, trying to find my little sheets. I know I've uploaded. Oh, that's right. I uploaded in the album section, I believe, maybe. No, you guys don't hate me. Where did I put them? Income producing. Hold on, I'm going to tell you. I'm going to tell you exactly where it is. Like I uploaded a crap ton, and you know what? I'll just upload them again, I guess, if I can't find them. I'm trying to find the things. Anyways, basically, there's no way I'm going to find it. Calendar. I knew I should have probably just pulled it up on my phone. Maybe I called it check off. Am I losing people? Oh my, there's 94 of you guys on. That's awesome. That makes me so happy. Okay, so whatever. I'm trying to find it. It looks like I'm just going to have to upload them again. It looks like, because I'm not finding them. So I didn't put them in the files for whatever reason. So I will just gather them and I'll put them back in the files. But essentially, these are the things, guys. I don't need to look at them to tell you. I was just going to read them off to you. But listening to a call, Zoom, or whatever you might need to fill your cup up every single day is going to be something that is critical. Hearing new stories, whether you do a live or you search for a live, going to the Lavelle fan page. And this is something I think so many of us forget to do and get away from. We get really good about doing it and then we don't, right? So how many of you guys, well, you can't really all tell me, but how many of you guys, I would bet probably 95% of you guys do not read the Lavelle fan page stories on a daily basis? Okay. And I want you to understand that if you don't hear the people on a regular basis that are coming in and trying Thrive, and trying the products, feeling what it's doing for them, how it's making them feel. If you're not hearing this on a regular basis and all you're hearing is, I don't have enough money for that, or people aren't messaging you or responding to your messages when you're following up, you're going to get discouraged. Okay. You need to fill your cup up. You need to read those stories. You need to go and you need to share those stories, because here's the thing. If you are getting discouraged, that is a good pinpoint that your customers are probably not, like the people watching you are probably not getting filled up either. They're just getting information slammed into them. But what they need are stories. They need testimonies. They need to know why they should try this, why they should feel this way, right? So on a daily basis, if you share a story, okay, you don't need to share 2 or 3 stories, but if you just go and you share a story, you can share it directly from the fan page, or you can copy and paste it. You can edit it a little bit. Some people like to leave a little brief description of how it made them feel and post the picture and then share the testimony in the comments. You can do it however you want, however, it's your Facebook, okay? But the reality of it is just sharing these stories on a daily basis. And I myself have gotten away from this, and that is very bad. I have been really excited though, because I've been reading a lot of our team's stories that people have sent in. And I love that. I love that. I think it's powerful and it reminds us why we're doing this, right? In fact, I shared one the other day from that. So anyways, on a daily basis, sharing a testimony of some kind, whether it's your testimony, whether it's a testimony that really caught your attention and made you feel something when you read it on the Lavelle fan page. And I do challenge you guys to actually read through those testimonies. Like, don't just like scroll the page and look for one that has like the most likes and comments. Okay. Read something that hits home for you, that when you share it, you can say how it made you feel and why it made you excited and why you can't wait to help other people feel this way too. Or that so-and-so, not necessarily actually tag them or anything, but somebody that could benefit from this because, maybe your mom works full time, or like when I hear a nurse's story, I remember and I recall what it was like to work 12, 16 hours sometimes when we were mandated, and then have to come home and do all the mom duty stuff and everything else, right? So it's exhausting. And I want you guys to realize that if you don't share that stuff, then people don't know. All right. They think you're just trying to push product on them when you really are just trying to help them. So sharing a testimony from the Lil fan page, doing some kind of personal development on a daily basis every day. So like I said, write this stuff down. I know I kind of go in circles sometimes, guys, but I promise, if you do this stuff, you are going to learn. So far, personal development, some way, somehow, whether you're reading a book, whether you're listening to YouTube, whether you are just researching something that is positive, uplifting, and so forth, okay? Personal development, daily. IPA, I promise. It might not seem like it's income producing, but if your mind is right, your business will be right, okay? So income producing activity, listening to a live call, an event, going back and listening to a Zoom, maybe one that'll help you learn something, whatever, okay? Some kind of plugging into the team page, listening to a live there, whatever, listening to something great. I don't know what number I'm on. Next, telling people happy birthday. Maybe you tell everybody happy birthday. Maybe you say, I don't have time to go through on these 100 people that have a birthday today. So go through 5. 5 is better than none. Okay, go through 5. But I just tell you, make sure those 5 are people that are actually active on Facebook and not like they were there for like a year ago and they haven't been back since. So make sure they're active people so that you're doing it. 5, friend a certain amount of people every day. So I recommend somebody brand new, 5. 5 is a reasonable amount to friend every day. Where do you find those friends? People that you worked with, people you went to school with, people that you live in the same town as you, people that you have stuff in common with. Start from there. Maybe you're at the store and talking to somebody. Friend them, guys. I can't tell you how many times I've been places and my daughter went to a show last night and I swear to you, I think she's got like 20 new Snapchat friends. Like, why do we not do that? It's like second nature to these kids, right? Everybody wants to share their Snapchat and share stories and blah, 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 blah. Why don't we do that to people? Because we got like socially awkward. I don't know. But seriously. So friend 5 new people every day. Share a testimony, whether it's your testimony. If you share your testimony, you don't need to share somebody else, but you're not going to share your testimony, your big, long testimony or whatever every single day. All right. But you do want to share it every week at some point in time, every week. Maybe you want to do it on Tuesdays, Transformation Tuesday, or maybe you want to do it on Thursdays, on Thankful Thursdays, whatever, right? But share your testimony, but share somebody else's testimony as well, because that's going to be powerful. On a daily basis, follow up. Say, I want to follow up with 3 customers today. I want to follow up with 5 customers today. Maybe some of you guys are like, I don't even have 5. I don't even have 1 customer, right? So, okay, what do? You put out that information so that you can get this. You have to be intentional. Listen, guys, you cannot get free customer accounts. Free customers are just the same as, ordering customers, in the sense that if you can turn a free customer into somebody that is trying a 3-day mini or a 5-day or a 7-day or whatever, and they can share their testimony, then they can get some referrals, all right, and start thriving for free, especially if money is their biggest obstacle. So work out deals, with people, like give them $5 off if they're willing to share their testimony or whatever, right? So follow up with 2, 3, 4, 5 people, whatever, set a number, but do it daily, okay? Reach out to your team. Maybe you have people on your downline that they've not heard from you, okay? Here's the thing. As you get bigger, as your team gets bigger, you're going to have to find a way to work with those people. For me, I have multiple different, I have a personally enrolled chat, which I don't go in. I go at the beginning of the month. I go in there. I find out what people's goals are. I write those goals down at the beginning of the month. Throughout the month, I might pop in there and like do a little promo or do something or post something I want to definitely make sure they get. But for the most part, I work more one-on-one, especially with people that, I brought into this business. I have like a daily motivational chat that we literally just started using. And it's for people that are in my personally enrolled, or maybe they're in a team chat that's just not very active. I didn't really do a lot in there today. I just posted the Zoom and not a whole bunch else. Okay. But for the most part, my biggest interaction is through the team page and then one-on-one conversations or in chats, talking to different leaders and so forth and working what down. But as you're growing, you're going to have maybe a little chat of just people that you've signed up, and you want to see how they're doing, if they need anything, if they need help learning, because these are things that people don't necessarily know how to do. Okay. So check in with your team, check in with your customers. When you have, that is something that if you do it every day, and here's the thing, guys, how are you doing goes a long way. Seriously, I promise you, how are you doing goes a long way. recognizing something that somebody is doing goes a long way. Will you be able to talk to everybody on your team every single day? No, you won't. And when your cup is empty and you need it refueled, you'll especially know that you'll be pulling yourself back a little bit. And that's sometimes when your team needs you the most. You have to allow yourself to kind of say, listen, guys, I'm going to go and do this today. I'll be back later or something, whatever. You shouldn't have to stop living your life. That's what this business is allowing you to do, is to live your life and be able to earn some extra money and do it with people that are also on the same mission as you. So, you don't ever have to apologize if you have to sneak off. Listen, guys, I'm going to tell you this right now. You're not going to make every Zoom. You're not going to make every call. You're not going to be able to listen the entire time. You're not going to be able to be at every online event or every, trip that you see posted or event that you see posted, and you see people and you have like this major like fear of missing out. You're not going to be able to get to every single thing, and you have to learn to be okay with that. And you have to say, you know what, I'm not going to miss another one. Like last year I missed Puerto Vallarta, and I probably totally mispronounced that all over the place, but I don't care. I totally missed it because my daughter was starting medication, and I couldn't leave. I wasn't going to leave her in the time that she needed me to be there most, right? So I did not leave. I did not go on that trip. I loved seeing everybody's pictures, and I was so excited for everybody getting to experience that, but I didn't get to go. But guess what? This time I'm like, I'm going. And my husband has never been on a trip with me alone without kids in the 17 years we have been together, and he is going to Cabo. So anybody going to Cabo is going to get to meet my husband and actually be kid free. So that would be awesome. But it was kind of like a non-negotiable. Like, I'm going this time. I'm making it happen somehow, some way. Like, we're going and we're having a good time. So you're going to miss stuff. I used to work full time, and I needed to miss certain days when there were calls with my old company and then this company as well. I would miss stuff, and I just catch the recording. That's all you can do. You catch the recording. Paul sometimes gets crazy and starts posting all these calls, and then I had people saying, I can't get on that. I'm at work. I'm doing this. I'm doing that. So what? Don't worry about it. Somebody's going to post notes. I mean, yeah, sure. It's great to listen to it live, and it's awesome. I don't want to deflate those calls by any means, but you got to pick and choose sometimes, like what you can do. Giselle says it all the time. And one of my old leaders in my previous business said it, you can do anything, but you can't do everything. Okay. So the next thing, let's see, reach out, follow up, friend new people, post, good quality post. You want to put, like I said, if you do like a testimony or whatever, if you're talking about a business, like trying to bring people into your business, guys, start with why you joined this business. Did you join it to make some extra money? Did you join it to earn some extra products? And start from there and talk about that. Okay. That is what is going to attract new business partners for you, is when it's coming from a personal space of what you're trying to accomplish, what made this business appeal to you. I can promise you right now, sure, I could go and post who could use an extra $500, $1,000. And occasionally I do. Okay. Sometimes I do, because I get lazy and I just post that. Right. But here's the deal. The reality of it is that most people are just trying to buy groceries. Most people are just trying to put gas in their car and have a little money in savings. Most people are literally living less than paycheck to paycheck, because I was most people. And I can tell you, I would collect change in my, couch and everywhere that I could find it in my house, and take it to the Coinstar or to the bank. And whatever money I got is what we used for gas and groceries, or to pay, a bill if we had enough. But normally there wasn't enough, because we had just ransacked our house not long before. Right. So I want you guys to realize that if you are sharing the business side of things, you're going to attract what you put out. So if you're, and some of you guys might think oh, but I don't have this to offer. I don't have this. You guys, this is a free business model. Okay. This is a free business model. Please, please, please don't be upset with your promoter if they join you and they don't have the money to order the upgrade kit. Be the solution, okay? Be the solution for them of how to teach them to come up with the money. How did you come up with the money? Did you just have the extra money? I'm going to tell you, I did not come in with a $400 upgrade. I did not come in with an $800 upgrade. I came in with a $200 upgrade when I joined this business the very first. Now, I did end up ordering the $400 upgrade, and I did end up ordering the $400 upgrade twice, actually, the same, like my first 2 weeks in the business, because what happened was I ordered the $200 upgrade and I posted about the product and everybody wanted to try it. So I sold it all. Like I sold everything I had. So then I just kept on taking orders, and then I ordered another upgrade. So I didn't use the word pre-sale. I just kept on posting about minis, and all these people paid me for it. And here I had enough to order another $400 upgrade. And then I ordered another $400 upgrade because I had so many people that just wanted to try it because of my excitement and what I was sharing. And if you keep going back to that, that is what's going to bring people in. You have to remember why you're doing this, how it made you feel. And sharing that excitement. And no better way of sharing that excitement is when you have a new customer or a new promoter or whatever, and you then share their testimony. And then that's a personal story that you're sharing, or even a great story on the fan page. We see them every day, right? So, okay. I'm totally getting off track and kind of spinning in circles. I promise not to make this super, super long. I'm going to look at these comments because I know some people posted a couple things. Oh, and that's another thing too. I want to also post, I want to say as well. Oh, I say happy birthday every day. Yeah. Jen. Yeah. So there is a file on Pacesetters that says 11 daily activities to do on social media every day. I made that at some point in time. It will help somebody. Like if you need to check off, just go check it out. It's on Pacesetters. I'm not going to waste your guys' time and read anymore. I do want to say this, 2 encouraging messages every day. I think that makes such a big difference. If you let people know that you see what they're doing and that they're appreciated, obviously it's super impossible to do it for everybody all the time, guys. But if you make it intentional, then it's going to make somebody's day. It really is going to make somebody's day when you take notice of, and it doesn't have to be somebody that you're on your team or even a customer or anything. It can be a friend. And I can tell you, I'm just as guilty for not doing this, but letting your friend know that you appreciate them, that you think that they're awesome, and not just on their birthday, but just on a regular day. It gives out warm, fuzzy feelings. 2 new free customer accounts daily. I had that listed for a daily challenge. That is something that if you intentionally try to get, you're going to be more likely to get. Sorry, I'm just reading back here. So I want you guys to know something, and I'm just going to be very, very transparent. Yeah. See, okay. So here's the thing. Instead of try, sample, a sample. I think sample sounds more like free. Here's the thing, guys. I am very stern about this. You're running a business. You should never be giving product away for free unless you're doing an occasional giveaway in which you are getting something in return because you are asking people to share your post. You're asking people to create a free customer account. You're asking people to tag people. Do not do a giveaway and not have people doing interaction of some kind on your page, okay? If you're going to give a free mini away, they better have signed up as a free customer. They better have shared your post, and they better have tagged somebody, period. Or they're not a winner. They don't get your mini. All right. And they better agree to tag you when it comes in the mail. All right. So if you're going to give something away, write this down. If you're going to do a giveaway, you have them tag, you have them sign up as a free customer, and you have them share your post. All right. Because you need to get something out of that. Right. So don't do that too often though. But if you're going to give one away, do it that way. Otherwise, you need to be clear that this stuff's not free, that you've got to put value on this product, okay? Yes, not everybody's going to have $150, guys. Who the heck does? Just laying around. You got to put value of why they want this, how it's going to help them cut out coffee, cut out the junk food, cut out the extra cravings for running through McDonald's. You got to put value. And then guess what? When they start realizing that they don't need to spend money on those $6, $7 Starbucks coffees every day. Listen, I'm going to tell you guys, I did not take my capsules today because I left them at home. So guess what I did when I got up this morning? And I was like tired as all crap. There's a Starbucks downstairs at the hotel, and I got a Starbucks. And my daughter got me the biggest one. And I came home, and that cup was still completely full. I didn't want it. Do I have an occasional cup of coffee? Yeah, but I didn't have my Thrive this morning when I first left. So I still took it when I got back home and before I left again to go to Pittsburgh again. But I didn't have it when I first woke up. So that made such a difference in my day. Okay, but that cup of coffee that my daughter got me at large, it was like $6.72. It was $23 for 3 coffees. Like, what? It's crazy. Because my daughter bought myself one, bought her one, and bought her friend one. It was like $23. Like, what? That's crazy. So people will save money if they buy Thrive, all right? Especially if they're sharing it and getting it for free. So if finances are an issue, you find a way, you find a solution, you work with them to save a little bit here, a little bit there. Maybe you get your credits on the second. You say, listen, if you can save up $125, like $25 a week, all right, on the second, I'm going to get 115 credits. I'm going to give you $25 in credits because you have saved all of this. All right, you give back. And I promise you, and I hope that I always lead by example when I say this, you guys, if you give, you will receive. I promise you, all right? If you give, you might not receive, all right? But giving is just a good thing to do. Like giving back to your customers, giving back to, your promoters and so on. It is a good thing to start. And if you have leaders that give back, consider piggybacking off of them. Maybe your leader only has $15 or $10 to give, okay? And somebody might be ungrateful, excuse me by saying this, but somebody might just be like, well, that's not going to do anything. Listen, there's a difference, and I want you guys to understand this. There is an abundance mindset, and there is an ungrateful, greedy, bratty mindset. Which one do you want? Abundance or be a brat? Okay. Love you guys. Seriously. But really, if your leader has $10, you need to be like, hell yeah, like, thank you. Like, thank you, right? I have 5. So now you've got $15 off. That equals a little bit more than what the shipping is, right? So now you can offer free shipping to your friends because your leader just gave you $10 and now you've got $5 to throw in, or maybe you offer that to your team and you piggyback off of that and you just work it that way, right? So when you're talking about mini experiences, I think doing trial packs, all right, trial packs is something that you could use. Some people just call them happy packs, right? Some people call them energy packs. Some people call them, I don't know, packs of gold. Maybe you get like a little packet of butterflies or something. Packs of sunshine, back to school energy. I don't know, whatever you want to call them. But here's the deal: put value on them, right? You want to make sure you keep value on it. Yes. So I am definitely. We are at 44 minutes in. I want to open this up real quick and see if anybody has a couple things that they do on a regular basis. And you guys, I kind of was all over the place. I apologize. I'll write something up and put it out a little bit better on Pacesetters, some kind of checklist of things to do. But the biggest thing that I wanted to get across here is that if you are doing these daily actions and you have your head in the right place, that is how your business is going to grow. I'm going to give you guys a very honest outlook and tell you it is summertime. People are not on their phones, not on their computers, not in their house. They are out with their families. They are on vacation. You need to give people a little bit of slack here and understand that they are back to school shopping. Yes, they need money to back to school shop. Trust me, when they go spend all their money and they don't have money to pay their bills now, they're going to be saying, where's that girl at that said I can make $500? Okay? So please understand that sometimes people don't think ahead, okay? But they're out there spending and racking up those credit card bills that they need to be able to pay off to be able to buy Christmas presents and everything else later on. So just keep on working your business. People are going to get sidetracked. People are going to get in their own headspace. You're going to see people that are promoting other businesses. And I'm just going to tell you guys, whatever you do is your choice. I'm just going to be honest with you and tell you, somebody working more than one business, I am not going to, I'm going to think that they're just trying to get a sale unless they are loving that business, but you are not allowed to promote more than one business on each platform. So if you are promoting a second business, you need to send in a support ticket and find out how you can do that compliantly, but do not cross recruit and bring in team members, because that's a no-no. And yeah, we just can't go for that. So anyways, with all that said, yes, we got to cover that kind of crap too as well. Just with all that said, I just want you guys to know that you have the ability to reach the top of this company, and how you choose to get there is to stay focused and moving forward. It might be slow. It might be at snail speed, but if you keep on going, I am proof that you absolutely can get there. Okay. So with that said, anybody, your hashtag post I read on Pacesetters when I first came in was gold for me as far as helping me figure out what to post daily and be consistent. My hashtag post. Oh. I'm glad you said that. So the hashtags, right? Amanda, I'm glad you totally posted that in the comments here. So here's the thing, guys. I always saw people with these creative hashtags, right? And people look up stuff on Instagram. They look it up on Facebook. By the way, we're going to do an Instagram series in August. That is what our Mondays are going to consist of, I think, are going to be Instagram stuff, and we're going to do it together because I have not been consistent. All right. But anyway, so on Pinterest, you can look up hashtags, daily hashtags. Okay. Days of the week hashtags. Anyways, there's different words that you can use for Mondays, for Tuesdays, for Wednesdays, for Thursdays, for Fridays, for Saturdays, for Sundays, right? But anyways, like Motivational Monday, Transformation Tuesday, Wellness Wednesday, Thankful Thursday, whatever, I don't know, Friday, Frisky Friday. I don't know. Flex Friday, right? I guess we would just go with Flex Friday, but Frisky Friday was funny. But anyway, seriously, you can use those different ones. So if you go to, and actually you can just type in hashtag probably on Pacesetters and it'll come up. But you can look up your own as well to get creative and make yourself kind of stand out a little bit. That's super duper helpful, Amanda. I'm so glad you said that. You guys, you never know what I'm going to say. My girls are getting $200 upgrades for 100 last week. Man, that's awesome. That's awesome. So yeah, I mean, here's the thing, guys, is like, you got to find what's going to work for you. What works for you might not be what works for somebody on your team. So just work with them to figure out their thing. The biggest thing is to stay consistent, to stay positive. Is every day going to be a great day? Nope, it's not. I had kind of like a super like emotional, where's my head at weekend, but let me not let you get that confused. Okay. That is me saying, like, I need to clear my thoughts. How can I be a better leader? How can I give more to my family, to myself? Like, listen, I went to that thing with my daughter, went to my family reunion thing. Then I drove a couple more hours and went to that thing with my daughter, went and sat in a hotel, walked down the street downtown. You guys saw me on video last night, maybe if you watched me. Stayed in a hotel, slept like crap, woke up this morning, drove home about an hour and a half, 2 hours. It was about 2 hours because there was traffic. Then had to turn around, leave home, drive back an hour and a half to go get my daughter's phone fixed. Then finally come back after spending hours there waiting on all that business. And then finally said, oh my God, I am disgusting. I have not showered.